Kourtney Kardashian shares update on co-parenting relationship with ex Scott Disick. Navigating the complicated terrain of modern family life while cameras document every moment isn't easy for anyone, but when you're Kourtney Kardashian juggling the delicate balance of co-parenting 3 children with an ex-partner you dated for nearly a decade, raising a toddler with your current husband, and seamlessly blending in 3 stepchildren from his previous relationship, the complexity reaches levels most people can't even fathom. The 45-year-old reality television star and Poosh founder has spent years perfecting the art of keeping multiple family dynamics functioning smoothly while the world watches and judges every decision, every interaction, and every choice she makes regarding her children. During the October 30th episode of The Kardashians on Hulu, Kourtney pulled back the curtain on her co-parenting relationship with Scott Disick, the father of her 3 oldest children, 15-year-old Mason, 13-year-old Penelope, and 10-year-old Rain, offering a refreshingly honest assessment that resonated with anyone who's ever tried to maintain cordial relations with an ex while prioritizing their children's well-being above personal history and hurt feelings. Her candid confession that co-parenting isn't easy struck a chord, acknowledging what millions of separated parents know all too well: that trying to stay on the same page with someone you're no longer romantically involved with requires constant effort, patience, and a willingness to put aside ego for the sake of the kids who didn't ask to be born into a complicated situation. In a confessional moment that revealed both vulnerability and determination, Kourtney admitted that with co-parenting it's always about trying to be cordial and doing your best to stay aligned on parenting decisions, even when personal feelings and past hurt threaten to derail productive communication. The acknowledgement came nearly a decade after she and Scott officially ended their tumultuous on-again, off-again relationship in 2015, following years of public struggles with his substance abuse issues, party lifestyle, and behavior that frequently caused conflict within the family. Since then, both have moved forward with their lives in dramatically different ways, with Kourtney finding lasting love and stability with Blink-182 drummer Travis Barker, whom she married in May 2022. While Scott has navigated a series of relationships with much younger women and openly struggled with watching his ex-partner build a new life with someone else. The couple welcomed their son Rocky, who is now 23 months old, adding another layer of complexity to an already intricate family structure that includes Travis's 3 children from his previous marriage to Shauna Moakler, 25-year-old Atiana de la Hoya, 22-year-old Landon Barker, and 19-year-old Alabama Barker, all of whom Kourtney has embraced as part of her expanded family unit. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss updates on the Kardashians and other celebrity family dynamics that shape entertainment news. The conversation took an interesting turn during the same episode when Kourtney sat down with model and actress Julia Fox to discuss parenting, relationships, and the challenges of raising children in less than ideal circumstances. During their heart-to-heart, Kourtney revealed something that surprised many viewers who've watched her navigate co-parenting for years, admitting that having both parents together is such a dream and that she thinks about it all the time. This confession added depth to understanding the sacrifices and compromises that define her current reality, acknowledging that while she's found happiness and built a beautiful blended family with Travis, there remains a part of her that recognizes the ideal scenario for children involves both biological parents under one roof sharing the daily responsibilities and joys of raising them together. Julia, who shares 4-year-old son Valentino with ex-Peter Artemiev, clearly connected with this sentiment as they bonded over the universal challenges of single parenting and co-parenting arrangements that require constant negotiation and flexibility. Despite the difficulties, Kourtney encouraged Julia to wait for the right time before having another baby, though she readily agreed when the Uncut Gems star pointed out that Kourtney herself was managing the situation really well, responding with a simple acknowledgement that people do it, referencing the millions of parents worldwide who successfully navigate complex family structures every single day. Scott's perspective on their co-parenting journey has been equally revealing over the years, with the 42-year-old admitting during a 2022 episode of The Kardashians that co-parenting with Kourtney has been probably one of the more difficult things in his life. His honesty about the emotional toll of watching his ex-partner move on romantically while he remained somewhat stuck in the past resonated with viewers who understood the unique pain of loving someone who no longer loves you back in the same way. Scott confessed that for years he'd had people in his ear, including Kourtney's friends and their shared family members, telling him not to worry and assuring him that eventually they would figure things out and potentially get back together one day. This ongoing encouragement kept his foot halfway in the door emotionally, preventing him from fully moving forward and accepting that their romantic relationship had definitively ended. The false hope maintained by well-meaning but ultimately misguided family members made it exponentially harder for Scott to process the finality of their breakup and begin building his own independent life separate from the Kardashian orbit that had defined his entire adult existence. The situation became even more challenging for Scott when Kourtney's relationship with Travis evolved from friendship into romance and then into marriage, forcing him to confront the reality that she wasn't just casually dating but had found a serious partner with whom she was building a future. While Scott acknowledged it was painful to see Kourtney with Travis, his bigger concern centered on the fear of being completely ousted by the Kardashian family, who had embraced him for over a decade despite his many flaws and mistakes. He expressed that feeling left out and not being told about important family events or decisions was super hurtful, revealing the insecurity that comes with being an ex-partner trying to maintain connections with people who are related to him only through his children. Perhaps most tellingly, Scott shared that when it came to seeing Kourtney and Travis together romantically, he'd rather be around them and be around his family than not be there at all, demonstrating a pragmatic acceptance that his children's lives now include Travis as a significant figure and that maintaining his place in the extended family requires tolerating situations that cause him emotional discomfort. The evolution of Kourtney and Travis's blended family has been documented extensively through social media posts, public appearances, and episodes of their reality show, offering fans an intimate look at how they've successfully merged two separate family units into one cohesive whole. Photographs from various family outings show all 7 children interacting naturally, whether they're posing together at Disneyland for birthday celebrations, attending fashion shows during New York Fashion Week, enjoying Halloween festivities at theme parks, or simply hanging out at home for holiday gatherings. The ease with which the kids appear to relate to one another suggests that Kourtney and Travis have prioritized creating an environment where biological distinctions matter less than the bonds formed through shared experiences and genuine affection. Travis's daughter Alabama has publicly expressed happiness for her father and Kourtney, posting supportive messages on social media when they got engaged and frequently appearing in photos with her stepmother and step-siblings that radiate authentic warmth rather than forced smiles for the cameras. One particularly heartwarming aspect of the blended family dynamic involves the relationships that have formed between the kids across family lines, with Travis's children embracing Kourtney's kids and vice versa in ways that transcend typical step-sibling dynamics. Photos from before Kourtney and Travis even started dating romantically show their children playing together years ago, highlighting that these relationships have deep roots predating the romantic connection between their parents. Travis gifted Penelope a state-of-the-art drum set for her 9th birthday, encouraging her musical interests and creating opportunities for them to bond over his passion for percussion. Images of Travis carrying Penelope on his shoulders during family outings, teaching her to play checkers while Kourtney and her grandmother observe, and appearing in TikTok videos with her demonstrate that he's actively engaged in her life rather than simply tolerating his wife's children. Similarly, Kourtney has embraced Travis's kids wholeheartedly, celebrating Alabama's birthdays with elaborate balloon displays, taking them on vacation to Australia when Blink-182 toured there, and including them in family traditions and activities that reinforce their importance in her life. The contrast between how Kourtney parents with Travis versus how she co-parents with Scott highlights the difference between building a life together as partners versus trying to maintain functional communication with someone you share history but no longer share goals or values. With Travis, Kourtney enjoys the luxury of daily collaboration, making decisions together in real time and presenting a unified front to their combined children about rules, expectations, and family values. With Scott, every interaction requires more deliberate effort, coordinating schedules across separate households, negotiating holiday arrangements,